皆さんどうもお疲れ様です。トラック LOUSA です。はい。ということで、サブウェイサンドイッチを食べて、ほっとしております。本日8日目、ジョニー・デップトライアル8日目ライブで見ながら、お地元が解説させていただきます。お地元です。バージニア州のコートよりお伝えいたしますみたいな。本当の生じゃないです。本当の生は今日の朝の8時に始まってて、ちょっと待ってくださいね。こうだな。OK。はい、本当のライブは朝の8時にお地元です。お地元です本当のライブは朝の8時に始まってて、もう今は昼です。ご覧の通りなんですけども、ライブをなんですか、ちょっと時間戻して再生できるんで DVR それで見てみようと思っております。4時間バックして、何が起こったかを一応昨日かな今朝かジョニー・デップのトライアルを見て、まだクロスエグザミネーションとかも始まる前、要は向こうの主張、ジョニーさんの主張を元のところまで聞いて僕が思ったことを話したんですけど、その後いろいろ進展してまして、要はそのアンダーオースって言って、要はその裁判所でこう発言するわけだから、そこで嘘を言うとそれが刑法に触れる罪になるんだけど、だから嘘はつかないでくださいねってやってるんだけど、ジョニーさんが言ったことに対してアンバーさんの弁護士が録音とか出して、でもジョニーさんこうやって言ったけどこれの意味は何ですかみたいなとか、その信憑性を探っていくっていうのをやってるんですよ。でそれでいろんなことが浮かんできました。はい。で現状おじさんの個人的意見は分かんないです。どっちがいいのか悪いのかは、簡単に言えばどっちも悪いっていうことだと思うんだけど、簡単に言えばどっちも悪そうだと。だけどジョニーさんはもう僕の方が名誉毀損されたから訴えますみたいな話でやってるんだけど、分かんないですよね、どっちが悪いかは、現状ね。だからジョニーさんは手を挙げたことはないって言ってるんだけど、でもその奥さんに対する暴力っていうのはその肉体的なフィジカルな暴力だけじゃなくて、その言葉とか精神的なこととか、そういうのも暴力に入りますよねとか聞かれて、はいみたいな。でジョニーさんもやっぱ結構やっぱりアンバーさんには直接何もやってないようだけど、結構ソファーを蹴飛ばしたりとか物に当たったりとか破壊したりとか結構してたみたいですね。それが明るみに出てきて、なんか撮影の合間のオーストラリアのホテルの部屋をトラッシュするっていうんですけど、今めちゃくちゃにするみたいな。ホテル側も大変でしょうね。お金はもらえると思うけど、ジョニーが来たら部屋壊されるよみたいなでも修理代と部屋使えない間のお金払ってくれるからいいかみたいなことだと思うんですけど、いろいろ浮かんできてます。ジョニーさんは結構黒いですね。僕は正直なところこのトライアル見て一つ自分自身思うのは、ジョニーさんに関してもアンバーさんに関しても僕別にもともと特別興味、そういう俳優さんとか女優さんとかないんで、彼が昔どうだったとかも全く知らないし、アンバーさんがどうだったっていうのは全く知らないし、知ってるのはジョニー・デップがなんか僕が見たすごい昔の映画ね、まだ彼が20代みたいなくらいに出演してた映画とかちょろちょろと見たことがあるだけで、私生活のことは全く興味なかったし、何が起こってたかも知らないんで、ある意味中立、おじさんとしてはそのどっちに加担しようって気はないし、中立な姿勢で視点で彼らの言ってることを聞けるんで、 それで思ったことを今記録に残していこうと思います。おじごろおじごろじゃないおじもと、芸能リポーターのおじもとです。はいと考えております。ということでそろそろ入廷いたしましたお二人なので、ちょっとスキップして見てみましょう。どうなるかね。はい、ジョニーさんいろいろ読んでます。
Some of that abuse.
始まりますよ。皆様裁判が始まります。見てみましょう。皆さん起立。おじさま起立。I do?
Thank you. We'll be seated.
あ、はい。失礼します。
Just a reminder, Mr. Depp, you're still under oath, okay, sir?
Yes.
All right. Cross-examination.
始まりましたよ。
Morning, everyone. I hope you had a nice weekend. Mr. Depp, we've talked about this a little bit, but you've testified that abuse can come in many forms, correct? Physical being one of them, right?
Yes, indeed.
Emotional,
Indeed.
verbal,
Indeed.
psychological abuse.
Indeed. Some of those sort of flow into the other.
I'd like to talk, understood. I'd like to talk about some of that abuse. Can we pull up Exhibit 582, please? Your Honor, this is a recording, Defendant's Exhibit 582, that we will play the entirety of.
All right. Any objection to 582?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. 582 in evidence.
Go put your f***ing cigarettes out on someone else. You f***ing consequences for your actions. That's it.
Shut up.
Yeah, you got me there.
Can you play that one more time, please, Michelle?
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll sustain the objection. Move on.
Mr. Depp, when Ms. Heard tells you in that recording to go put your cigarettes out on someone else, you don't deny that, but instead you simply say, shut up. Is that correct?
I think that was another grossly exaggerated moment of Miss Heard's. I did not put a cigarette out on her or throw a cigarette at her.
Let's pull up Exhibit 581, please. This is another recording that we'll play the entirety of, with Your Honor's leave.
Any objection to 581?
No objection.
581.
I f***ed up and cried in my bedroom after I had dumped you a f***ing week prior. A f***ing week prior after you beat the shit out of me. And then a week later you show up at my doorstep in my room saying you want to say goodbye. Okay, say goodbye.
Oh, I said it?
Yes, you did say it. I'll go to the text messages so that we're clear on the
Yes,
tape.
because you said it before to me.
Okay. No doubt. But you did not say you're going to come over to say bye?
I made a huge mistake.
You didn't say that to me?
Huge mistake.
You didn't say that to me?
Well, I won't do it again.
What's the mistake then? Did you or did you not say you were coming over to say bye?
Can we please pull up Exhibit 598? Okay, so the next excerpt is 30 minutes and 2 seconds.
But die. Walking away is necessary. Is necessary, especially between you and I. It is of utmost importance because the next move, if I don't walk away or just go out for a little while, it's just gonna be a bloodbath, and like it, you know, like it was on the island, of course, like it was, you know. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
Why be miserable? Can we just
if the options are there.
have some semblance of understanding for each other?
Please, can we? Because I'm not trying to say, hey, by the way, no one in their right mind is going to choose bloodbath over walking away. Obviously, if you're given the option between the two,
Then why has it been chosen so many times?
that snowball. It is not a distinct choice that either one of us make at any discernible point.
No, it's stubbornness and it's all
You know, and
kinds
it
of
builds,
shit.
right? Like you build, I build, you know. It isn't like at one moment either of us sign a certificate of saying, or like sign the contract or say, okay, now a bloodbath. No. So acting as though there's a choice between the two is irrelevant. I'm not asking you to stay over having a bloodbath. I'm asking you, over walking away. I'm not asking you to have a bloodbath over walking away. I'm asking you to work it out over prolonging it and making it bigger.
Can you please pull up Defense Exhibit 161, which was admitted into evidence on Thursday, Your Honor, I believe?
Okay. Yes, it was.
Thank you. Now, that recording that we just heard, Mr. Depp, isn't the first time that you refer to an argument as a bloodbath. In fact, in this text exchange that we saw on Friday, when you inform Ms. Heard that there exists a book entitled Disco Bloodbath, and she asks you if it is about last Friday night by any chance, you say, "How can you make me smile about such a hideous moment? Yes, it is. Funny bitch." Did I read that right?
Certainly did, sir. Thank you.
735 to what?
820.
Thank you. No objection to 586B?
No objection.
All right, 586B.
Well, yes, you do, because you wouldn't have used that as a way to hit me. I was pouring my heart out to you. What do you do? Let me get it. Let me get it. Stab in here. That's what you saw, huh? You listen to me cry, and you're like, now I can get her. Is that what you think? You just do it without thinking. You do it without thinking, huh? You don't. Get her. Stab in when you can. You throw a swing when you can. And what win better than to win them on the floor? Because that's when it's really good to hit someone.
Can you please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 366? This is another recording, Your Honor, that we would propose to admit all of, although we will only be playing minute 320 through 338.
All right, so no objection to 366 in its entirety, is that correct?
That's correct, Your
All
Honor.
right, 366 in evidence. He's only playing part. Oh, plaintiffs, I'm sorry.
You're a flower. Every other man I know, every other relationship I know, there's man, and it's like, oh, yeah, shit. And you're a flower every single time you get it.
Can you please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 396? Your Honor, portions of this were used on Thursday, so with your leave, we'd like to introduce this as 396B with the following
アメリカでは C ワードって言われてまして、やばい言葉です。C ワード。
And then 2:49 and 30 seconds through 2:49 and 55 seconds.
All right, any objection to 396B?
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right, 396B.
Please, what? This is your last, please. This is your last, please. This is your last call. Last one. This is not helping! You stupid! This is not helping!
If you could please go to 2:49 and 30 seconds, please.
Shut up with that. Impossible. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later.
You heard Miss Heard say, "Get off me," right?
No, I did not. I heard distant screaming, and I heard, "I'll talk to you later, I'll talk to you later."
Let's look at
leaving,
Exhibit
it sounds like
857,
to me.
please.
That's Defendant's 857?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is this another audio file? Oh, no.
It's not, no.
Okay, is there?
あ、どうも。はい、なんか聞きましたか？汚い言葉たち。夫婦喧嘩は犬も食わないみたいな。なんか多分弁護士が今アンバーさんの弁護士が証明しようとしてるのは、そのジョニーがいや僕は暴力なんか振るってませんよっていうのを強く主張してるんだけど、でも言葉のレコーディングからいくとなんかもう触んないでみたいな証言してたんですアンバーさん。もう手離してみたいな、だからそういうのも残ってたから聞こえましたかみたいな。でジョニーは「いや聞こえなかったですけど」って今言ってたけど、要はそのなんかこう暴力振るったんじゃないかみたいなことを思わせようとしてるので聞いてるんですよ。クロスエグザミネーションしてるんですよ。まあでも録音から聞いたところ暴力振るってるようではないですよね。なんかこうやって触ったぐらいかなと思うんですけどね。だからその今いろいろ激しいやり取りが出てきてるんで、まだ来ました。聞いてみましょう。続きどうなるかね。
Your Honor, for the sake of time, I'll go ahead and may I ask the witness about the portions that we discussed, and then we can provide a redacted version.
Okay.
Mr. Depp, in this text message from you to Christian Carino, your agent, on August 15th, 2016, you tell him you go on at some length about Amber, but you say she will hit the wall hard. 4 exclamation points. And then later down you say, I can only hope that karma kicks in and takes the gift of breath from her. Did I read that right?
Objection, compound.
No, I'll allow it. Mr. One.
You read that correctly.
And this wasn't the first time that you talked about Amber hitting the wall hard. Let's pull up Exhibit 213, please.
Hitting the wall hard Based on the
We'll just take a look at the
accusations
next
that she
exhibit, Mr.
brought.
Depp.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You would answer my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
Yeah. As long as you're happy, sir.
Mr. Depp, this is a text that you sent to Bruce Witkin on February 4th, 2014. The text at the top of
Where
the
am I
page.
looking, sir?
On your screen, please.
I
sorry.
figured that out.
The
Thanks.
top text on the screen.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a specific, if it was third from the bottom or somewhere around the corner. What would you like me to do?
This is a text that you sent to Bruce Witkin on February 4th, 2014, correct?
2014, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, I move for admission of this exhibit with just that text displayed.
With the redactions applied and also the identifiers. That's
Okay,
Yep.
redactions and
We have that.
fires.
We have that ready.
All right, 213 in evidence with redactions.
Move for the admission of this, permission to publish, Your Honor.
All right, it is in evidence,
Thank
so you
you.
can publish it.
Mr. Depp, on February 4th, 2014, you tell Mr. Witkin, Amber and I hit the wall hard. You see that?
I do, sir.
And that's the same phrase that you used in your text to Mr. Carino from 2016 that we just read, correct?
They are similar words, but they have different meanings. If,
Can we
I
pull
don't know if that
up
makes sense to you, but
Exhibit 498, please? Mr. Depp, is this a text exchange that you had with Ms. Hurd on or about October 28th, 2015?
yes, sir.
And I'd like to direct your attention to the third text down.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd move for the admission of Defendant's Exhibit 498 with identifiers redacted.
Any objection?
relevance.
あ、どうも。なんかその裁判に出たことある方っていうのは世の中少ないと思うんですけど要はそのジョニーさんとかも自分の主張ってあるじゃないですか、言いたいこととか。だけどやっぱり結局裁判だから弁護士がねコントロールしてその証拠を作っていくわけじゃないですか。だからそこまででいいですみたいな、あなたの主張は結構ですみたいな止められるみたいな、ジョニーさんもいいんですかみたいな、なんかこうちょっとみたいな感じですけどね。まあそれが裁判なんでねしょうがないですけど、はい、続き見てみましょう。いやそれでそのいろいろこのクロスエグザミネーションでジョニーさん側が主張してることは違うんじゃないかっていうのを証明しようとしてるんですよ。要はその弁護してると、アンバーさん側の弁護士が弁護してるんですよ、アンバーさんをね。だからその証拠出してきて、こんなこと言ってたでしょうジョニーさんみたいな、はいですかいいえですかどっちですかとかって言われて、ジョニーさんがいやそれはとか言ってたら、いやどっちですかみたいな理由は不要です、はいですかいいえですかみたいな。だから実際のところジョニーさんも裁判で訴えることによって自分の黒い部分はやっぱりだいぶ出てくるんでね、ソファーに襲いかかるみたいな 陪審員さんがどう思うかってところですよね。なんか裁判所の外にはジョニー・デップ
Can you pull up Exhibit 330,
あ、はい
please? Mr. Depp, I'd like to turn your attention to the middle text on this page, which is a text from you to someone named Ryan A. On January 12th, 2015. Do you see that?
January. I'm sorry, the second one from the last.
Yes.
January 12th?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is that Ryan Adams, the singer?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, move for admission of Defendant's Exhibit 330. Just plan on asking him about that text.
Objection relevance, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm happy to approach if you want.
弁護士の攻防戦が続いております。でなんかそのこれバージニアでやってるんですけど、バージニア is for lovers バージニアなんかコートハウスの外にはジョニー・デップを応援する人たちが集まって、ジョニーは無実だみたいな、無実っていうか大変なことされてたんだみたいな応援してる人がいたりとか、あとなんかラマなんか変な動物ペルーに生息するなんか動物連れてきてジョニー・デップを応援してますって人がいたりとか、アンバーさんを応援してる人はだけど今のところニュースで見たことないですね。でもいるのかな、まあいると思うんですけどね、多分ね。どうですか皆さん、やばいっしょ。だけどこの裁判見てて本当不思議なのが、その2016年とかのテキストメッセージとかが証拠としてあるんですよ。それって2人とも取っといたんですかね、ずっとね、なんかの時のためにみたいな感じで。すごいっすよね。ていうかもうそれやり始めた時点でね、もう別れればいいのにみたいなあなたが何て言ったか取っとくわみたいな、そんなこと始めた時点でもうダメでしょみたいなね。ダメだと思うんですよ多分。
Entirety of, with Your Honor's leave.
Any objection to 581?
No objection.
581?
Up and crying in my bedroom after I had dumped you a fucking week prior. A fucking week prior after you beat the shit out of me. And then a week later you show up at my doorstep in my room saying you want to say goodbye. Okay, say goodbye.
Oh, I said it?
Yes, you did say it. I'll go to the text messages so that we're clear on
Yes,
the tape.
because you said it before to me.
Okay. No doubt. But you did not say you're going to come over to say bye?
I made a huge mistake.
You didn't say that to me?
Huge mistake.
You didn't say that to me?
Well, I won't do it again.
What's the mistake then? Did you or did you not say you're coming over to say bye?
Can we please pull up Exhibit 598?
Yes, it's a stack of hit
Yes,
pieces
the first one is
generated
called
by
the...
Ms. Heard's
Just-
publicity team.
Mr. Depp, we're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible.
I'm just
I'm going to ask you
stating
about
what they
the
are,
first
sir.
one. Well, we're going to talk about them. The first one is entitled, is from The Guardian. Do you see that?
Apparently drunk.
Yes, and this is an article from November 15th, 2014, entitled, Apparently Drunk Johnny Depp Cut Off at Hollywood Film Awards Ceremony, correct?
That's what it says, yes, sir.
And the next article is an article from May 7th, 2016. It's entitled, Johnny Depp, Friends and Family Seriously Concerned About Him Here's why.
Yes.
Correct.
How did they know?
The next article from May 1st, 2017, before Ms. Heard filed for a restraining order, a year and a half before she published, no, sorry, this would be after May 1st, 2017. The headline is, Johnny Depp has a clear and epic sense of entitlement, ex-managers say. Published in the Hollywood Reporter, correct?
I was in a lawsuit with them, sir.
The next article from May 10th, 2017 is entitled, Johnny Depp, a star in crisis and the insane story of his missing millions. Did I read that right?
That's straight from the same lawsuit, sir.
The next article, also from May 10th, 2017, a year and a half before the op-ed was published, says, Johnny Depp reportedly drank heavily and was constantly late on the new Pirates movie set. Did I read that right?
You did, reportedly.
The next
These are
article,
all hit
also
pieces.
from May
These
10th,
are drags,
2017.
sir.
Mr.
This
Depp,
is a pathetic attempt.
Mr. Depp, please just respond to the question that I'm asking you.
What's your
The next
Mr.
question,
Rottenborn?
the next document, an article published in Vanity Fair on May 10th, 2017,
Yes.
is entitled, Johnny Depp's Financial Woes Might Sink the Next Pirates of the Caribbean. Did I read that right?
You did. I don't know
The
how
next
my financial
article,
woes would do
May
that.
25th, 2017, a year and a half before the op-ed was published, an article entitled, Where Did It All Go Wrong for Johnny Depp? After a string of flops and a ton of bad press, Johnny Depp's star power looks as wobbly as Jack Sparrow on a plank. Did I read that right?
You read that very, very well.
The next one, Hollywood Reporter, May 27th, 2017. Headline, Pirates of the Caribbean, the diminishing returns of Johnny Depp. Did I read that right?
You certainly did. Hollywood Reporter were very nice to me at the time.
July 12th, 2017. Why are all of Johnny Depp's movies bombing at the box office? Did I read that right?
You certainly did.
November 4th, 2017. A year and a month before Amber published the op-ed. Headline, Johnny Depp allegedly showed up drunk to movie premiere, reports say. Did I read that
Allegedly,
correctly?
reports say. This is hearsay. is
June
it not?
21st,
Your
2018,
favorite word?
6 months before the op-ed was published. Vanity Fair article, The Real Reason Johnny Depp Used an Earpiece on a Film Set.
I think that was
I
explained
read
in
that
court the
correctly?
other day. Oh, you did, yeah.
June 21st, 2018, 6 months before the op-ed was published, a Rolling Stone article entitled The Trouble with Johnny Depp, multi-million-dollar lawsuits, a haze of booze and hash, a marriage gone very wrong, and a lifestyle he can't afford inside the trials of Johnny Depp. Did I read that right?
You did. You should read the article. It's
And the
wonderful.
last one, June 22nd, 2018, the Daily Mail, vodka for breakfast, 72-hour drug binges, and spending sprees that beggar belief. Alison Boshoff reveals why Hollywood's reeling over what's being called Johnny Depp's career suicide note. Did I read that correctly?
You did. Who's Alison Boshoff and how does she know?
Mr. Depp, you can't name
Oh, it
a
won't
single
answer, I see.
actress who has benefited in her career by coming forward and stating that she was the victim of domestic violence, can you?
I'm sorry, what was
Objection
that?
calls for speculation.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
When Amber made abuse accusations against you in May 2016, fair to say it got a lot of press attention, right?
Objection calls for speculation.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
When Amber made abuse accusations against you in May 2016, you became aware that it got a lot of press attention, correct?
Very quickly, I became aware.
And she became associated with those abuse accusations that she made against you in May 2016, correct? To your knowledge.
Objection calls for speculation.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
You became associated with those domestic abuse accusations that she made against you, correct?
I think that's clear.
And
yes.
you understood that she became associated with those same accusations that she made, correct? You testified to that.
Well, she had a choice, I didn't.
And you've talked about the immediate impact that those accusations on May 27th, 2016 allegedly had on your career, correct?
Yes.
You testified earlier in your examination on direct that when Amber made those accusations in 2016, you said you lost, quote, nothing less than everything, correct?
That is correct, sir.
But you didn't try to get the restraining order lifted in 2016, did you?
I don't. If she wanted a
It's
restraining
a yes
order,
or no question. You didn't try to get the restraining
No,
order
why
lifted, did
would
you?
I?
And you didn't have a divorce trial where you could respond to Amber's accusations of abuse in 2016, did you?
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
I'm asking him if he had a trial. That's
All
a
right,
fact.
I'll allow-
You didn't have a divorce trial where you could respond to Amber's accusations of abuse, did you?
No, there were no charges pressed against
You
me.
chose
She didn't
not
tell
to-
the police that I had done anything. She didn't mention my name.
And you didn't have a California divorce judge decide these facts, did you?
Objection asked and answered.
I'll
You
sustain the
chose
objection.
you
Next
chose not to try to clear your name at that time through any sort of legal proceeding, correct?
Objection asked and answered.
I'll sustain the objection. Next
And you chose to sign a divorce agreement in which you stated that Amber had not made any false statements about you for financial gain. We looked at that, correct?
Objection asked and answered.
Asked and answered, I'll sustain the objection. Next
In
question.
fact, you waited until Amber wrote the op-ed in the Washington Post in December of 2018 to file a lawsuit against her, correct?
That is correct.
Can you pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 2, please?
It was the only time that I
Permission
was
to
able
publish,
to
Your Honor?
speak and use my own voice.
You chose not to sue the Washington Post in this lawsuit, correct?
Exhibit 2 is in evidence.
Objection relevance asked and answered.
It's not been asked and answered.
Hasn't been asked and answered, but I'm not sure what the relevance is.
You chose to sue only Ms. Heard and not the newspaper that published this article, correct?
Objection compound.
All right, I'll sustain as to compound.
You chose not to sue the Washington Post, correct?
Objection relevance.
I'll sustain the objection.
You only sued the author of this article, Amber Heard, correct?
Which seems she was the one making the statements. Yes, I had the opportunity to fight back.
Permission to publish Exhibit 2, Your Honor.
All right, Exhibit 2 is already in evidence, so we'll publish.
Mr. Depp, you realize that the only job for this jury to decide,
Yes, sir.
its only job is to determine whether this op-ed and this op-ed alone is defamatory.
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
I'll sustain the objection.
This is the only writing that that's the subject of this lawsuit that you brought, correct?
Same objection.
It's fact, Your Honor. He still
I'll
only brought
allow
the
that
lawsuit.
question. I'll allow that question.
This is a version of that story of the op-ed that I have never seen. The one that was published before, the one that
Determine whether this op-ed and this op-ed alone is defamatory.
Objection calls for a legal conclusion.
I'll sustain the objection.
This is the only writing that that's the subject of this lawsuit that you brought, correct?
Same objection.
It's fact, Your Honor. He still
I'll
only brought
allow
the
that
lawsuit.
question. I'll allow that question.
This is a version of that story of the op-ed that I have never seen. The one that was published before, the only one I've ever seen is the one that was published prior to this. They changed the title because they were in fear of trouble.
Well, I moved to strike that last testimony, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, clear.
Whether it's the online edition or this edition in the paper, this article is the only statement, the only publication of anything that's the subject of the lawsuit that you brought, correct?
Objection asked and answered.
I'll sustain the objection.
This op-ed, Mr. Depp, does not discuss any of the details of your relationship that we've seen in texts and emails and recordings over the past few days, does it?
Objection compound and asked and answered.
I'll sustain both objections.
In fact, this article doesn't contain any details of your relationship with Ms. Heard.
Objection asked and answered.
I'll sustain the
The
objection.
only thing that this article states, Mr. Depp, is that in 2016, Amber made accusations of domestic abuse. Correct.
It was clear that she'd made allegations in 2016.
And she
So
did that
by
when
then,
she
yes.
obtained a restraining order against you in 2016, correct?
Yeah, I suppose, yes. Yeah, of
And
course.
even if you disagree with the The accusations that she made against you in May 2016, it is a true fact that she did make those accusations in 2016 and got a restraining order against you, correct?
Objection compound asked and answered.
Sustain the objections. Next question.
To your knowledge, the words that Ms. Heard used in this article about getting a restraining order against you in 2016, those are true, correct?
I'm sorry?
The words that
Objection
Ms.
stays
Heard
the
used.
document.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. You want-
Can you go to the third paragraph? Pull up the third paragraph, please. The statement that then 2 years ago, Ms. Heard became a public figure representing domestic abuse. That is true, isn't it?
I'm not sure what we're looking at.
Objection.
Oh, I see it.
Calls for a legal conclusion.
So I'll sustain the objection.
It's
I'll
his
sustain the objection.
And in 2016, for the first time publicly, Ms. Heard accused you of domestic abuse, correct?
In 2016?
Yes.
That's correct.
No further questions.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go ahead and take our morning recess for 15 minutes? Do not do any outside research and do not talk to anybody about the case, okay? We'll come back in 15 minutes.
どうも皆さん、休憩に入りました。朝の休憩です。朝休憩。おじさんも朝休憩しましょう。いやー、なかなか難しいですね。解説しながら撮るのは難しいです。ちょっと解説はまた別な機会に。今日はなんとなく撮って、おじさんがまずは情報を収集してるっていうね、裁判情報を収集してるっていうビデオにします。やばいっすね。しかしね、なんかちょっとこの今撮った中に出てたかちょっと分かんないですけど、ちょっと早送りしたり巻き戻しながら見たりしてるんで、なんかジョニー・デップさんあと言ってたのは、なんかあいつが俺と結婚したのは俺が有名だから、なんだっけ、とにかくアンバーさんはすごい有名、もうとにかくもう有名になるためなら何でもするみたいな、あいつは有名になるためなら何でもするんだみたいな。結婚したのも俺と結婚することによって有名になる一つの助けになるから、有名人と結婚してとか、なんかあいつは浮気してるあいつはジェームス・フランコと浮気してるとか、イーロン・マスクがいたとか、やばいっすよね。分かんないけどね、それはそういう意見があるってだけの話だから、真実かどうか分かんないけど、ジョニー・デップもでもかなり酒と薬にはやられてますね、彼ね。やばいっすよ。だからやっぱ酒は怖いっすよ、皆さん気をつけないと。薬もだけどね。やっぱ酒と薬飲むと人変わるんでね、人ってね。怖いっすね怖いっす。酒と薬には注意しようみたいな。いろいろあるけど、でもジョニーもアンバーさんも精神的に弱いっすよね、多分ね、結局のところね。僕に言われたくないと思いますけどトラック野郎 US に言われたくはないと思う。言われても気にもしないと思うけど、もちろんね。これは僕の単なる意見なんで、凡人の意見なんですけど、本当そう思うよなって。なんかお金と名誉だけでやっぱ精神力っていうのは鍛えられないもんだなと思いますよね。お金があればね、 一部インプルーブできますけどね、もちろんお金で買えるものとかに関してはね。だけどやっぱ精神とか相手の心とかってやっぱお金で買えないじゃないですかね。えだからアンバサもそうだけど、両方やっぱそこですよね。人の心はお金で買えないっていうね。すごい喧嘩、なんかもうすごい汚い言葉でお互い呼び合ってるなんか日本語的に言えばアンバサはジョニーのことをクソ親父みたいなジョニーさんも奥さんのことはとてもとても日本語では訳せないようなやばい言葉でけなしてるみたいな。だけどなんかなんで私のこと好きなんだけどな、私のこと好きでしょみたいな、なんかとか、なんかもうやばいっすよね。ジョニーはジョニーでもう嫌だみたいな、もう嫌だみたいなってなったんでしょうね、多分ね。分かんないけどね。でも結構真実が出てきてますよね、いろいろね。まだ分かんない、分かんないというか分かっても別にどうでもいいことなんですけど分かっても別にどうでもいいことなんだけど、やっぱりこれはおじさんにとって勉強です。こういうのを見るのはもちろんその一番最初のビデオでエンターテインメント的な要素ももちろんあるけど、でも勉強してるんですよ。男女関係をこう見て反面教師、やっぱジョニーとアンバーさんの関係、ドロドロの血みどろの関係血みどろの関係を見て自分はそうなんないようにするっていうね、反面教師として役に立たせてもらってます。はい、そんな感じね。ちょっと続きまた見てみましょう。ちょっと時間ないんで、今日これから仕事するまでも休憩またちょっと寝てから出発するんで、多分ちょっと撮って早送りしながら要点だけちょっと撮ってみようと思います。はい、早送りしながらね。